We'll head west a few miles from Collierville, and you're in downtown Memphis, Tennessee's largest city. And the reason it got that way is, well, in a word, cotton. Now, it's still an important crop, but there was a time when cotton was truly king. Tammy Arnder takes us to a downtown landmark that celebrates the glory days of cotton.
When you step inside the Cotton Museum at the corner of Union and Front Streets in downtown Memphis, you can almost hear the faint sounds of merchants and traders as they were buying and selling cotton in the 20s and 30s. The Cotton Museum takes up about 3,000 square feet of the 12-story Cotton Exchange building. The trading floor, as it was called, was fully restored to its 1939 glory in 2005, according to the executive director, Audrey Langham.
We tell the story of cotton from field to fabric, of the cultural implications of the crop, of Front Street and how trading was done on the street, and of biotechnology and different technologies that were born out of the cotton industry.
This room was the financial center of the South, all because of cotton. It was one-stop shopping for farmers, buyers, traders, and merchants.
The Cotton Exchange served as a rule-making body for the merchants and the buyers and the agents and everybody else in the industry, and served as a place where people came to get the prices of cotton so that they knew what was going on in the wider world. The trading actually happened out on the street and in the offices of these agents and merchants.
The influence of cotton on the city of Memphis was huge. It created a robust economy and gave Memphis recognition beyond Tennessee's borders. As you look at the black and white pictures of Front Street, you can see a myriad of merchants who mingled with cotton's elite. Many of those original signs line the wall of the Cotton Museum today. Also along the wall, some of the authentic phone booths used by the cotton men.
Audrey, tell me about the significance of the phone booths.
These phone booths are original to the building, and they were used by the people to place calls, get information, and have their bids accepted. And they ran all the way around the building.
And the operator used to be
right above the revolving doors over there.
As soon as you walk in that revolving door, your eye catches a gigantic chalkboard which lines the top half of the room.
That's the original trade board, and we have 1939 prices on it. And every day the markets were open, there would be a ticker tape from the telegram machine coming through, and they would take the prices and write them on the board as they were updated so that people could see the most current prices.
While the chalkboard is reminiscent of the way business was done in the 1930s, the museum also offers a bit of 21st century technology. The LCD screen displaying today's current market prices and the video touchscreens used by visitors.
The founder of our museum and a number of people who worked in the industry recognized the importance of having a place that really told their stories and told the stories of this crop in downtown Memphis because it really is the identity of this neighborhood.
And this neighborhood is somewhat famous now. Best-selling author John Grisham mentions this landmark in his novel-turned-movie, The Firm. Actor Tom Cruise shoots a scene in the lobby of this historic building. But for Audrey, the fact that a movie has been shot here is not the biggest attraction.
The highlight for me is really the room itself. The room is the third location of the Cotton Exchange. It was open in the early 1920s, and we have a beautiful mural that sort of goes through the timeline of cotton, from hand-picked cotton to the mechanical picker. We have, famous blues musicians in the mural, and all sorts of cultural things, books and everything, and it's sort of a way to look at the story in a different manner.
While the museum lays out the importance of cotton and the impact on the city of Memphis in the early days, it also reveals the impact the white fiber has on our families today.
The versatility of cotton is so amazing. You're familiar with a lot of the common uses like cotton balls or your white cotton shirt or the jeans that you wear, but I bet you didn't know that cottonseed oil is used in making candy, or cotton is used in making the dollar bill. It actually makes it stronger.
The museum's current exhibit explains the impact cotton had on Memphis's musical roots.
As cotton and the blues grew up together, people were in the fields listening to field hollers, spirituals, and gospel, and from that musical tradition, the blues arose. And so the connections between the blues in Memphis and cotton and the blues are huge, and people don't realize how just a crop has influenced our culture so much.
From field to fabric, the white fiber found its way through the streets of Memphis with a measure of influence that few other commodities have seen. And while cotton may no longer be king in an economy demanding more corn and soybeans, the city of Memphis will always have a cotton connection.
The story of cotton is really the reason for Memphis to be here.